Most creators selling digital products are losing thousands of dollars every month because they're obsessing over the wrong YouTube metrics. Smart creators are quietly building automated sales machines that turn viewers into buyers. And in this video, I'm going to show you the exact 6-step system I use to generate over $10 million from YouTube, not from ad revenue or brand deals, but from selling my own digital products through an automated funnel system. And here's what's crazy. My most profitable videos aren't my most popular ones. But before I reveal this system, let me tell you about the day I almost quit YouTube forever. I just hit 50,000 views on a video and made $300 from AdSense. Meanwhile, my friend Jake, who most of you have never heard of, made $15,000 the same week from a video with only 3,000 views. That's when I realized I was playing a completely different game than the creators who were actually getting rich. And I'm about to show you exactly what that game is. In fact, after watching over 500 channels and analyzing millions of dollars in sales data, I discovered that successful creators operate using principles that most YouTubers have never even heard of. They understand conversion psychology, buyer behavior, and automated sales systems that work 24/7 to turn viewers into buyers. And what I'm sharing today isn't theory. It's battle-tested system that's generated over $10 million in revenue, and by the end of this video, you'll have the complete blueprint to copy it for your own business. Most YouTubers are unknowingly trapped in what I call the vanity metrics prison, and it's keeping them broke, while others with smaller channels build million-dollar businesses. And for 2 years, I was that creator celebrating subscriber milestones while my bank account stayed empty. I'd spend like 40 hours editing a video, get 50,000 views, which is amazing, but only make enough to buy a few meals for the week. Something was fundamentally wrong. I started tracking everything obsessively, like how much time I spent creating content versus how much money I actually made. The numbers were devastating. I was working 60-hour weeks for less than minimum wage, all while believing I was building a brand. Then I started digging into other creators' businesses, and what I discovered changed everything. The creators making real money weren't the ones with millions of subscribers. They were the ones who understood one critical principle that most people completely miss. I found creators with 5,000 subscribers making $50,000 a month, others with 500,000 subscribers making only $5,000 a month. The difference wasn't their content quality, upload schedule, or even their niche. I spent the next 6 months reverse engineering their systems, and I analyzed their funnels, studied their email sequences, and tracked their conversion paths. And what I found was a completely different approach to YouTube that nobody talks about online. The unsuccessful creators were treating YouTube like a content platform. The successful ones were treating it like a lead generation machine. They weren't trying to entertain millions of people. They were trying to convert hundreds of people, of viewers, into buyers. The difference was this. Successful creators optimize for buyers, not viewers. They build their entire YouTube strategy around attracting people who actually purchase their products, not just consume content for free. And the tool that makes all this possible is called Go High Level, but not in a way that most people think. And here's what really blew my mind about optimizing for buyers instead of viewers. And this discovery completely changed how I approach every single video I make. Let me show you something that will probably shock you. I'll pull up my YouTube analytics right now. This video right here got over 80,000 views, but it only made me $500 total. But this other video has over 3,600 views, but it made me $5,400 in sales from one freaking video. So how is this possible? Same channel, same audience, similar content topics. The difference comes down to understanding what I call buyer signals versus browser signals. You see, most creators accidentally optimize their content to attract browsers, people who love free information but never buy anything. They create titles like Everything You Need to Know About or Complete Guide To. These attract people who want everything for free. And I made this mistake for years. I'd create comprehensive tutorials, giving away everything I knew for free, thinking that if I provided enough value, people would eventually buy something. Wrong. The people attracted to everything free content are psychologically conditioned to expect everything for free. But when you understand buyer psychology, you start creating content that attracts people already looking for solutions they're willing to actually pay for. These people consume content differently. They're not browsing for tips, they're searching for systems. The breakthrough came when I started analyzing the comments of my highest converting videos versus my highest viewed videos. It was completely different, right? The high converting videos attracting comments like, how can I get started with this? And where can I learn more? The high viewed videos got comments like, thanks for the free value, great video, can't wait for the next one. So, buyers and browsers consume content differently. Browsers want entertainment and free education. Buyers want specific solutions to urgent problems. And when you structure your content to attract buyers, everything changes. Your conversion rates, your revenue per view, and ultimately your entire business model shifts from praying for views to making real money online. Now, attracting buyers is just the beginning, right? The real magic happens when you can track, nurture, and convert these prospects automatically. And that's where most creators completely drop the ball. Here's what typically happens, right? A potential customer watches your video, maybe visits your website, but then disappears forever. You have no way to follow up, no way to nurture them, and no way to know if they're interested in buying. Like, most creators are essentially throwing darts blindfolded. They create content, hope someone buys, and have no system to turn interested viewers into actual customers. And I learned this the hard way when I launched my first digital product. I created what I thought was amazing content, promoted it in a few videos, and waited for the sales to roll in. After 2 weeks, I'd made exactly $100 from 100,000 views across 3 videos. The problem wasn't my content or my offer. The problem was that I had no way to capture interested viewers, no way to build relationships with them, and no way to guide them through a buying funnel. Like, think about it. When someone watches your video and doesn't buy immediately, they're gone forever. Maybe they were interested, but distracted. Maybe they needed to think about it. Maybe they wanted to research more. Without a system to capture and nurture these warm leads, you're losing 95% of potential customers. But what if you could track exactly which video each prospect came from? What if you could automatically send them targeted emails based on their viewing behavior? What if you could see their entire journey from YouTube viewer to paying customer? What if you could automatically recommend your other videos and products based on what they've already shown interest in? That's exactly what Go High Level does for your YouTube business. It's not just a funnel builder. It's an entire business operating system that turns your YouTube channel into a predictable sales machine. Every viewer becomes a trackable prospect. Every video becomes part of an automated sales sequence. And every conversion gives you data to make your next video even more profitable. All right, now that you understand why this approach works, let me walk you through the exact 6-step framework that transformed my YouTube channel from a hobby to a $10 million business. I'm about to share the same system that took me 3 years and over $100,000 in testing to perfect. And most creators are missing 4 of these 6 steps, which is why their conversion rates are terrible. Each step builds on the previous one, and if you skip even one step, your entire funnel can collapse. I learned this the hard way when I thought I could shortcut the process. For example, I once spent $1,000 on video editing, thinking that the higher quality content would automatically lead to more sales. The video looked amazing, got great engagement, but converted terribly because I had skipped the targeting and positioning steps. Another time, I created a perfect offer with an incredible sales page, but my YouTube content wasn't aligned with the buyer psychology needed to make people want that offer. So great offer, wrong audience, which means 0 sales. The biggest mistake I see creators make is trying to piece together advice from different sources. Like, they'll use one person's hook strategy, another person's content framework, another person's sales approach. The result is like a Frankenstein system that doesn't work because the pieces weren't designed to work together. That's why this framework is so powerful. Every step is designed to amplify the others. And when you implement all 6 steps correctly, something incredible happens. Your YouTube videos start working together like a sales team, automatically qualifying prospects, building trust, and moving people through your funnel even while you sleep. Let me show you exactly how this works. The first step is what I call the buyer-focused hook, and it's completely different from the hooks most YouTubers use to get views. Most creators hook viewers by promising entertainment or free information. Like, in this video, I'll show you 10 ways to, or watch me try this crazy challenge. These hooks attract browsers who will never buy anything. But buyers are motivated by different psychological triggers. They're not looking for entertainment. They're looking for solutions to real problems. They're not interested in free tips. They want proven systems that actually work. And the biggest mistake I see creators make is trying to appeal to everyone. They create generic hooks that attract massive audiences of people who will never spend a dime. I used to do this exact same thing. I'd create hooks designed to get the most views possible, thinking that more views automatically means more money. I'd use tactics like, "You won't believe what happens next," or "This is going to blow your mind." And yes, I got tons of views, but my conversion rates were terrible because I was attracting the wrong audience. Here's the counterintuitive truth. When you try to appeal to everyone, you appeal to no one who actually matters for your business. The people willing to spend money on solutions are not the same people who are looking for free entertainment. Buyers have different search patterns, different content consumption habits, and different decision-making triggers. When you understand this difference, you can craft hooks that filter out time wasters and attract only qualified prospects. Here's the buyer-focused hook formula that changed everything for me. Problem plus agitation plus specific solution plus credibility. For example, most people selling digital products waste 90% of their time on activities that generate zero sales because they're missing this proven framework I'll share in the next 12 minutes that's generated $847,000 for my clients last quarter. This hook immediately filters out browsers and attracts people actively looking for business solutions. Your view count might be lower, but your conversion rate will be 10 times higher. And once you've attracted the right prospects with your hook, you have about 30 seconds to prove you're worth listening to. This is where most creators lose their biggest potential customers. Here's what actually happens. A qualified prospect clicks on your video. They're ready to learn. They're thinking, who is this person and why should I trust them? Most creators either brag too much, which feels salesy, or don't establish credibility at all, which feels amateur. Both approaches kill conversions before they even start. The worst part, your best prospects are usually the most skeptical. They've been burned before by crappy products, so they're looking for reasons not to trust you. The solution is what I call the credibility stack, a specific sequence that builds trust without sounding like you're bragging. You want relatable struggle, plus specific results, plus social proof, plus vulnerability. For example, 2 years ago, I was making $200 a month from YouTube like most creators. Last month, I generated $107,000 in sales from my channel, and my student Sarah just hit her first 10K month using this exact system. But I almost gave up 3 times because I was making critical mistakes that I'll help you avoid in this video. Now, here's where most creators make a fatal error that costs them thousands in sales. They wait until the end of their video to mention their offer. Think about this. By the time you get to the end of your video, you've already lost 60 to 80% of your viewers. That means you're only pitching to the people who are probably least likely to buy in the first place. Meanwhile, your most qualified prospects, the one who came to your video looking for solutions, they've already left because you haven't given them a clear next step. I used to do this wrong too. I'd create amazing content, build tons of value, and try to sell them at the end to an empty room. My conversion rates were terrible because I was pitching to the wrong people at the wrong time. The fix is simple but powerful. I call it the early soft pitch. Within the first 90 seconds, you plant a seed about your paid solution. Not a hard sell, just awareness. Something like, by the end of this video, you'll understand the framework, and if you want me to build this entire system for you step by step, I'll tell you how to get that later on. This serves 2 purposes, right? It keeps your best prospects watching longer, and it primes them to be receptive to your offer when you present it properly later in the video. But even with perfect timing, there's still one massive conversion killer that most creators never see coming, and it's hiding in plain sight. Your prospects have seen dozens of similar offers before watching your video. They've heard make money online and grow your business 1,000 times. Even if your solution is genuinely better, it sounds exactly like everything else they've ignored. This is why so many creators with great products get terrible conversion rates. Not that their offer is bad, it's that their offer sounds like everyone else's offer. The human brain is wired to ignore things that sound familiar. If your solution sounds like something that they've already rejected, they're going to reject yours too, even if it's completely different. The solution is what I call the unique mechanism, a specific way of positioning your solution that makes it feel new and different, even if the underlying strategy is similar to others. So instead of social media marketing, you call it the triple threat method. Instead of email marketing, it's the automated profit pipeline. This isn't just clever naming. It's very strategic that makes the prospects think this is different from everyone else I've seen. And when something feels new and unique, people are willing to pay attention and pay money now. Now, even if you've done everything perfectly so far, there's one simple mistake that can cut your conversions in half overnight. Most creators mention their offer once, maybe twice a video. They think more mentions will seem pushy or salesy, so they hold back, trying to be classy about their promotion. But here's what they don't realize. People are distracted, right? They're multitasking, they're checking their phones, thinking about other things. If you only mention your offer once, people miss it entirely. I discovered this when I started tracking my Go High Level analytics. Videos where I mentioned my offer 3 times converted 300% better than videos where I mentioned it once. Same content, same audience, just more strategic mentions. The triple mention strategy is simple. Mention your offer in the first 90 seconds, I call the seed, again at the midpoint, which I call the reminder, and once more at the end, the call to action. Each mention serves a different purpose and reaches people at different attention levels. The key is making each mention feel natural and valuable, not repetitive. The first mention creates awareness, the second builds desire, and the third drives action. When done correctly, it feels helpful, not pushy. But here's the step that separates creators making hundreds from those making millions. And most people never even think about this. Most creators operate blind. They make videos, hope they work, and have no idea which videos actually generate sales versus which ones just get views. This means they keep making the wrong type of content, optimizing for the wrong metrics, and leaving massive amount of money on the table. Without proper tracking, you might spend months creating videos that attract thousands of viewers but never buy anything, while completely ignoring the video formats that attract fewer viewers but generate massive sales and revenue for your business. The analytics optimization loop changes everything. Using Go High Level's tracking, you can see exactly which videos are generating customers, which offers are converting, and which parts of your funnel need improvement. Here's how it works. Every prospect gets tagged based on which video they came from. You can track their entire journey in Go High Level, what they clicked, what emails they opened, and when they bought, and what they bought next. This data tells you exactly which video format to create more of and which ones to stop making. The result? Your channel gets more profitable with every video because you're constantly optimizing based on actual sales data, not vanity metrics. Now I want to show you what happens when you implement all 6 steps together, because the results might surprise you. Remember earlier when I showed you 2 different videos with drastically different results? The 80,000 view video that made $500 versus the 3,600 view video that made over $5,000. The difference wasn't luck or algorithm magic, it was the systematic application of this framework, every step working together to attract better prospects, build more trust, and convert more sales. And here's what really shocked me about this system. Your videos start working as a team. Someone watches your beginner video and buys your starter course. Go High Level automatically shows them your intermediate video and sells them your more advanced program. Then buy that and get invited to your high-ticket coaching program through another targeted video. So instead of hoping each video succeeds individually, you're building an automated sales ecosystem where every video feeds prospects to the next level of your business. Here's what I want you to do right now. If you're serious about turning your YouTube channel into a real business that generates consistent sales, not just views, you need to experience this system firsthand. So I've created an exact snapshot of my entire Go High Level funnel, the same one that's generated over $10 million in sales. Every page, every email sequence, every automation that turns viewers into buyers. This isn't some watered down template or basic framework. This is my actual live sales funnel that's currently generating sales right now as I'm recording this video. The same landing pages that converted 40%, the same email sequences that have a 50% open rate, the same upsell flow that generates an average customer value of over $1,000. So click the link in the description below to get your 30-day free trial of Go High Level, and I'll personally copy and paste my entire funnel into your own account. You'll see exactly how this works behind the scenes. You can start using it immediately for your own digital products. You'll also get free 24/7 support from their team as well. But here's the thing, and this is important, right? This only works if you actually implement it. I've given this system to hundreds of creators, and the ones who take action and follow the framework exactly as I've outlined it, they make money. The ones who try to improve it or cherry pick pieces usually fail. The framework works because every piece works together. So don't try to be clever and skip steps or combine it with other strategies you've heard about. Just follow the system, test it with your audience, and let the results speak for themselves. And if you want your YouTube channel to be featured on my next video, fill out the form linked in the description below and I'll review your channel. Now go ahead and watch this video right here on how to become a millionaire in 2025. I'll see you there.